Radnor Elementary School proudly presents Cinderella.
And Radnor Girls Ice Hockey participates in the 2009 Flyers Cup.
All that and more on this weekend's edition of NEWSCENTER in Radnor.
I'm Christiane Johnston, and I play Cinderella in Radnor Elementary School's Rodgers and Hammerstein Cinderella production. We also have productions on this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at 7:30 p.m. Also on Saturday, we have a production at 1 o'clock p.m. Tickets are free. It's first come, first serve for seating, and you can always stand in the back if you don't get a seat. Impossible for a plain yellow pumpkin to become a golden carriage. Impossible for a plain country pumpkin and a prince to join in marriage. And 4 white mice will never be 4 white horses. Just 40 roll infinity of courses. Impossible.
This week on NEWSCENTER
in Radnor, with Michaela Conley and Charlotte Dow.
Movie review,
Eric Gray.
food critic,
Winston Hamill.
get up close and personal with,
Victoria David.
and get wound up,
With Sean Patney and Scott Susannon.
get cooking,
With Sarah Glancy and Chelsea Connolly. With sports, Jackie Calamaro.
this weekend.
On NEWSCENTER.
Hello, and welcome to NEWSCENTER for the week of March 23rd. I'm Drew Calamaro.
And I'm Charlotte Dow, topping the Radnor beat this week. Radnor Elementary School proudly presents Rodgers and Hammerstein Cinderella March 26th to the 28th at 7:30 p.m. with a Saturday matinee at 1 p.m. Admission is free. 85 4th and 5th graders will be performing a fully choreographed and staged version of the Julie Andrews Treasure. Cinderella is the only Rodgers and Hammerstein musical written for television and has an unforgettable score. It was originally broadcast live in 1957 when it was seen by more than 100 million people. This was Radnor Elementary School's most ambitious show ever, with a set that includes a unique transforming staircase and a golden carriage, which used to be a pumpkin, of course. You'll hear such memorable songs as In My Own Little Corner and 10 Minutes Ago. And the budding actors will do the gavotte and waltz with aplomb. Come and experience the magic. After all, even if we know the story by heart, we still hold our breath until we are sure the slipper fits.
The Radnor Girls Ice Hockey team competed in the 2009 Flyers Cup tournament, the first girls ice hockey championship game in Flyers Cup history on Saturday, March 21st at the Philadelphia Spectrum. This is an unprecedented event for girls ice hockey, the Flyers Cup, and the Spectrum. This is a historic event as it occurs on the 30th Flyers Cup anniversary and the Spectrum's final hockey season. Radnor Girls Ice Hockey is part of the Inter-County Scholastic Hockey League Girls Division, which has grown from 4 to 12 teams in just 7 years since its inception in 2002. Girls Division Director Paula Jorgensen, RHS coach Tom Petrondi, and the volunteers who pioneered this league created this opportunity for girls in eastern Pennsylvania. The groundwork they laid was instrumental to the growth that the league enjoys to get today. They worked together with the Atlantic Amateur Hockey Association President Tom Coester to put on the first ever girls varsity division of the Flyers Cup this March. This is a quantum leap forward for the girls high school hockey in the Pennsylvania area. Radnor faced off against Conestoga, and it was an exciting game. The Radnor girls ended up winning 5-2 and the first ever Flyers Cup Girls Championship. Congratulations to the Radnor Girls Ice Hockey.
Speaking of recent success in Radnor sports, we now go to our sports segment.
Hi, we're here with Brett Schlesinger and Matt Savary from Captains on the Ultimate Frisbee team. So how did you guys get into this sport?
I actually introduced the sport to the high school in 2005, 2006, that school year. I was introduced to it by one of my very close friends who goes to Amherst High School, which is pretty much the birthplace of high school ultimate.
Well, I played soccer my whole life, and when I started high school sports, I did not want to play soccer. So I saw signs on the wall saying play Ultimate, so I tried it out and fell in love with the sport.
And Trent Dillon, how did you get involved with Ultimate Frisbee?
My dad played Ultimate Frisbee. He's played for almost 30 years now, so I've been playing it ever since I was a little kid.
Oh, so can you tell us about your tournament?
Sure. This weekend, Saturday, starting around 9 o'clock till about 5 o'clock, we're going to be hosting our second annual Radnor Invitational Tournament. We're having teams from New York and New Jersey coming to town. The games are going to be played on this field, Loop Field, the two behind me on Creek, the two behind that on Pike, and then one up on Roland, which is by the upper parking lot.
How do you guys recruit for Ultimate?
It's been pretty much now more sort of word of mouth, spreading it around through the school, really trying to get our reputation out. A lot of marketing, flyers, announcements, things of that nature, and just really trying to get the word out about this great new sport.
Well, good luck on your tournament on Saturday. Back to you.
Don't go away.
Because when we return,
I describe an alarming trend in Europe.
And I'll discuss the new Guitar God.
And I'll be back with my review of I Love You, Man.
Hey Kaylee, cool dog, where'd you get him?
The Delaware County ASPCA.
What kind of dog do you have?
He's a mixed breed.
Nice. The Art Club is looking for all animal lovers to donate baked home goods
And volunteer during lunches.
All interested animal lovers come to room 147.
Wednesday's community period, April 1st.
Last year we raised over $300 to help the Delaware County SPCA. Let's help those who can't help themselves.
Kontrolle ist gut, Kontrolle ist besser. 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 In meiner Wohnung.
welcome back to News Center. The Radnor High School Math Club took part in the 29th annual Lehigh University High School Math Contest Saturday, March 7th. There were 209 participants from 50 schools, and Radnor has participated in this contest for 16 years. The 40 questions in the contest had to be answered in 2 hours without using a calculator. Matt Superdoc and Brian Kai outperformed most of their peers, and the Radnor High School 12th grade team came in second behind Upper Dublin. Superdoc came in first in the 12th grade division and second in the overall competition, receiving a cash prize for his efforts. His score in his division, 330 out of 400, was 70 points higher than that of his second-place competitor. This is his 4th year in the high school, finishing first in his grade. 8th grader Kai finished second in the middle school division, getting 220 compared to his number one's 250. Radnor's 12th grade team, finishing second with a score of 660, consisted of Superdoc, Kai, Haerong Nam, and Jung Choi. Radnor students who competed individually, besides Superdoc and Kai, were Jung Choi, Tao Chang, Jerry Coons, Jun Seo, Young Jae Lee, Diane NG, and Haerong Nam. Congratulations to the whole Radnor Math Club. We now go to Dan Pinsk with his music review. Dan?
In 2007, Rolling Stone magazine ran a cover story celebrating the new guitar gods of this generation of music. There were 3 of them: John Mayer, John Frusciante, and the musician I'm going to talk about today, Derek Trucks. Derek Trucks has played in a very well-known band since he was about 11, that band being his uncle's band, the Allman Brothers Band. That's not the band I'm going to talk about today. The band I'm talking about today is the Derek Trucks Band. Started as a way to channel Trucks' own creativity instead of that of his uncle's, the Derek Trucks Band has become an incredibly talented group of musicians from the South with a distinctly bluesy sound. The band draws mostly from the Southern roots in terms of style, drawing heavily from Southern rock and blues, but also incorporates jazz and world music styles. Trucks plays slide guitar, a style of guitar played in which the guitar is fretted with a glass tube for a distinctive sound, and his playing style is one of the only ones that I would actually describe as making a guitar sing. When he solos, you listen. You can't help it. You can't fight it. You're gonna listen. But his guitar playing isn't the only reason to listen to the band. The singer, Mike Madison, has a powerful, soulful voice, and will often switch between highs and lows in each song, pulling both off exceedingly well. The album that I would most recommend getting for the first-time listeners would be 2006's Songlines, which was their 5th studio album. If you like it, great, because they're coming to the Keswick Theater in May of this year. That's all my musical advice for today. I'm Dan Pinsk. I have musical taste, and now so do you.
Thanks, Dan. Newbery Honor Medalist Gary D. Schmidt will conduct workshops at Radnor Middle School Thursday, April 16th, before speaking to the public at the Radnor Memorial Library that evening. Schmidt is best known for The Wednesday Wars and Lizzie Bright and the Buckminster Boy, while his latest book is called Trouble. Schmidt, an associate professor of English at Michigan's Calvin College, has more than 30 books to his credit, writing, among textbooks and biographies, works for upper elementary, tween, and teen readers. Lizzie Bright and the Buckminster Boy was named a John Newbery Honor Book and Michael L. Prince Honor Book by the American Library Association, a pair of the most prestigious honors in the world of children's literature. Schmidt's appearance is sponsored by the Friends of the Radnor Memorial Library, which hopes to see students and parents from area schools at its 7:30 event, which will include a lecture followed by a book sale and signing. Come out and enjoy this event because a good time is sure to be had by all.
We now go to Snappy Snacks with Chelsea and Sarah.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Pump up the G, yo, pump it up, yo, pump it.
Y'all ready for this? I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. Move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. Give it up.
Hi, I'm Sarah Lancy.
And I'm Chelsea Connolly.
And today on Snappy Snacks, we'll be making Funfetti cookies.
For this recipe, you're going to need half a cup of butter, a half a cup of sugar, 1 egg, a half a teaspoon of vanilla, 1 1/2 tablespoons of milk, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Finally, you're going to need some icing and some sprinkles.
First, you're going to preheat your oven to 325 degrees.
Then you're going to cream together the butter and the sugar in a large mixing bowl.
After that, you're now going to add the egg, milk, and vanilla extract.
Finally, you're going to put 3/4 of a teaspoon into the bowl. Then you're going to add 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Okay. You're going to add 1½ cups of flour.
Now you're going to add about 2 tablespoons of sprinkles and stir it into the dough.
Now you're going to scoop out the dough onto the cookie sheet and separate the dough by about 2 inches.
Once you've done that, you're now going to press down on each cookie to make it flatter.
So you're going to put them in the oven for about 10 minutes. While the cookies are in the oven, you're just going to microwave some icing for about 20 seconds.
After about 10 minutes, they should be done. Now you're going to take your melted frosting and pour it over the cookies.
Now it's time to enjoy your snack.
See you next time.
Thanks, girls. Radnor Middle School 8th grader Andrew Lynn placed first in the Delaware County Science Fair in the middle school math category. Andrew, with help from his teachers, invented a formula that predicts gas prices. His first place award qualifies him for competition at the Delaware Valley Science Fair in April. In addition, his project earned him a special award from the Delaware County chapter PA Society of Professional Engineers. 2 other Radnor Middle School students participated in the science fair, Marianne Han and Dak Young Song. Andrew is no stranger to contests. He has won awards at the Delco Science Fair 3 years in a row now, and in September he was a runner-up in the National Sustainable Energy Contest. He has also recently won the local DAR essay contest, and his winning essay is currently competing at the state level. Great job, Andrew Lynn. We now go to Helen with this week's world news. Helen?
Thanks, guys. I'm Helen Xu, and this is World News. Obama has faced criticism ever since he's announced with the Iraqi troop withdrawal plan tentatively scheduled for later this year. Criticism has peaked since the pair of suicide attacks in Baghdad that anticipates an escalation of violence after American troops leave. Earlier this month, 33 people were killed in a bombing following a peace negotiation meeting in Abu Ghraib, and 2 days earlier, 28 people died in another bombing outside of Baghdad's police academy. All signs point to a threat of more violence and possibly civil war after the troops are withdrawn. Another show of violence occurred in a school shooting in Germany near Stuttgart, where a 17-year-old gunman in black combat fatigues opened fire, killing 15 people, including himself. It's been one of the many events in a string of shootings signaling a trend of violent behavior across Europe. That's all for this week. I'm Helen Xu, and this is World News. Back to you.
Thanks, Helen. Mark your calendars for the Spring Elementary Parent Involvement Night taking place at Wayne Elementary School Wednesday, April 29th at 7 p.m. Elementary parents from across the district are urged to join district leaders for an evening that is both interactive and informational. This event is set up to find out what the district has to offer to your child. A variety of stations manned by district experts will offer parents an opportunity to design an evening that best meets their needs. Choose from a wide range of topics, including Count Me In, working with your child in math, unwrapping your gifts, opportunities for educational enrichment, keeping readers afloat, painless summer reading activities, help us hear, an overview of available in-school support services, math magic, engaging your child in problem solving, and what's in a word, a look at the new Word Society program. You can mark your calendar and watch for the detailed information and complete listing of topics at rtst.org.
We now go to Eric Green with his movie review. Eric?
I know I haven't been around recently, but now that the musical is over, I'll be here to give you an honest movie review every week. Today I'm going to review the funniest comedy of 2009 yet, I Love You Man. Peter, played by the hilarious Paul Rudd, has just gotten engaged to Zoe, the beautiful girl of his dreams, and is as happy as ever. That is, until he slowly realizes that he lacks a best man, or even any male friends for that matter. After several bizarre mandates, Peter gives up completely and focuses on his efforts on trying to sell a house that belongs to Lou Ferrigno, or the Hulk from the popular 70s TV show. Determined to sell the house, Peter holds an open house for prospective buyers. There he meets Sidney Fife, played by Jason Segel, who made audiences laugh in Forgetting Sarah Marshall and How I Met Your Mother. A very honest, laid-back investor who takes a liking to Peter. After several wild sessions of getting drunk and playing very amateur versions of Rush songs in Sydney's man cave, Peter knows that he may have found the ultimate best friend. No doubt one of, if not the best comedy of this year. You should run to see this movie. The writing is top-notch. Not only is the script chock full of Judd Apatow-worthy jokes, but this script tackles many issues that are skipped over in most comedies. It boasts keen perceptions about friendships, both female and especially male, and how the extramarital bonds can nourish or starve a marriage, which I was thoroughly impressed with. Also, this film likes all of its characters, gay, straight, sensitive, and insensitive, which is rare in Hollywood productions. Finally, the film's 2 stars were hilarious. Paul Rudd and Jason Segel added incredible nuances and detail to their characters that pulled audiences right in. To be honest, I have little criticism for this movie. My only problem for this movie is that the film's raunchy bathroom humor can be too distracting for older audiences, but younger generations will fall in love with it right away. Between the superb acting, stellar writing, and bathroom humor, I give this film 3.5 stars out of 4. This is Eric Green saying so long, farewell, and cut.
That about wraps it up for this week's edition of News Center. I'm Drew Calamero.
And I'm Charlotte Dow. For all of us here at News Center, have a great weekend.
See you next time.